Mike, it looks like we're in the middle of our second fake spring of the last couple of weeks today.
Pat, we could have another one on Monday.
Not good timing for school vacation, which is coming up, and especially the smaller ski areas that want to preserve their snowpack.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of the big issues, especially just given how high the dew points are. I mean, it is already wicked warm outside, and the dew points are very high, which means that we are going to be dealing with quite a bit of melt-off. In fact, melt-off began last night and will likely continue through most of the day tomorrow. It was a very mild morning. Diana sent this in from Old Orchard Beach. A beautiful start to the day, though. We had some nice high clouds in. Made for a dramatic sunrise in some spots, so if you have some sunrise pictures, you can always send those in on the Near Me section of our app. We love to see those. Current temperature change compared to yesterday at this time, between about 15 to 30 degrees warmer. It is very, very warm outside, especially by February standards, which is not a surprise to anyone who's been outdoors. We're almost at 60 degrees in Sanford already, 51 in Portland, 50 in Bangor, 49 in Rockland and Waterville. Some showers across northern Maine. These are starting to break up a bit, and we'll actually see some breaks in the clouds. You can visualize that pretty clearly near the lakes region of New Hampshire here. Watch how this little break in the clouds starts to settle into parts of central Maine, the Lewiston-Auburn area up to Augusta. That will allow temperatures to get bumped up another 2 or even 3 degrees, which will put high temperatures in those areas into the lower, even mid-50s. So very mild, again, by February standards, but even in March, this would be considered a pretty warm day. Watch how the progression of the rain starts to fill back in as we get into the overnight hours and into the day tomorrow. We'll start to see the cold front try to sink south tonight. We actually see a switch to snow across the northwest woods of Maine as early as about 7 or 8 o'clock this evening. Elsewhere, though, rain begins to fill back in, mostly across northern New Hampshire, western and central Maine. And then southern Maine doesn't start to see more rain until after midnight tonight. But here's a quick snapshot of 2 a.m. All of Maine dealing with rain at this point in time, except for Caribou, which will be starting to switch back over to some snow. A line of thunderstorms is possible tomorrow morning. Don't be shocked if you hear some rumbles out there between about 6 and 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then behind this, temperatures fall back dramatically. Within just a couple of hours, we will likely see some towns go from the 50s back into the 30s, maybe even some spots dipping into the upper 20s. And then we stay dry and clear after that. So what else do we have to talk about for impacts here? Well, this is where we're going to end up for high temperatures today, I think. 58 is the record for today in both Portland and Bangor, set back in 1981. Part of the reason we're able to get so warm is because wind is going to be so strong. Gusts to 50 or even 55 miles an hour expected along most of the mid-coast, the Penobscot Bay, and coastal areas down east. Gusts to 40 miles an hour possible for York and Cumberland counties. Most of the counties included the Lewiston, Auburn area, Bangor, and Augusta, and then north of that we'll see gusts to 30 miles an hour. Power outages possible in this area highlighted in yellow. I'm expecting some outages for coastal communities along the mid-coast and the Penobscot Bay. Down east could see some power outages, but down east areas tend to fare better in these wind events. We'll see some scattered snow showers on Saturday. Don't think we see much accumulation there. And then milder air actually starts to build back in for Monday, and we'll get yet another false spring early next week. But it's a battle of the air masses early next week, which could ultimately lead to some snow falling yet again. Seas 10 to 12 feet today. Gale warnings in effect until 7 p.m. Southwest wind 25 to 30 knots, gusting to 40 knots. Temperatures will drop back quickly tomorrow. It gets cold again by Saturday morning, single digits inland. We do warm things up again early next week, and I don't really see a big shift back to colder weather even by the middle of next week. It might not be till the end of next week, Pat, where we end up back near normal. So the next 7 to 10 days look pretty mild. Enjoy it while it's here.
Yep, hang on to your hats. Thank you, Mike.